Welcome back to Ocarina of Time, folks. It's finally time for us to begin the Water Temple. It's not that bad.
Lies! Fucking lies!
Alright. But, yeah, no, so this is by far and away the most notorious dungeon in the entire game. Yeah, it's by far and away the most technical. It revolves around doing, like, a lot of menu swapping, like, a lot of, like, water level switching. It's just kind of a pain in the ass to navigate overall. It's just not great. And we also have to deal with her, too. Oh, you, if I'm right. Link? You're Link, aren't you? It's me, your fiancé Ruto, Princess of the Zoras. I never forgot the vows we made to each other 7 years ago. I didn't even speak. You're a terrible man to have kept me waiting for these 7 long years.
Well, excuse me, princess.
But now is not the time to talk about love. Yeah, please don't. I'm sure you've already seen it. Zora's domain, totally frozen. A young man named Sheik saved me from under the ice. But my father and the other Zoras have not yet. I want to save them all. I want to save Zora's domain. I mean, if you head back there and check on your dad, I'm sure he'll be... You have to help me. This is a request from me, the woman who is going to be your wife. That was never confirmed in writing. Yeah, I'll have my lawyer look over this. Link, you have to help me destroy the evil monster in the temple, okay? Inside the water temple are 3 places where you can change the water level. I'll lead the way. Follow me, quickly. And then she pisses off. Yeah, we genuinely do not see her again until after the dungeon is over. So yeah, once we take our boots off, we float slowly all the way up to the top here. And yeah, first things first, let's check through this door here real quick. Before we forget. Gotta deal with these spiky boys. There we go. Nothing that the Goron sword, yeah, the big Goron sword can't handle, thankfully. And by doing that, we get our hands on a dungeon map. Stupendous. I'll be taking that. Thank you. Alright, but yeah, no, Ruto was not kidding. Like, in certain parts of the dungeon, you'll come across these glyphs on the wall with the Triforce on them. Play Zelda's Lullaby in front of them. And this will tweak the water level. So now, the water level is all the way down to the very bottom. Yeah, it can either be all the way down to the down to the lowest point. It can be halfway up the temple, so up to that little mid-range area there, or it could be all the way right at the very top. And we're gonna have to switch the water level multiple times while we're exploring this place. But before I do that, actually, let me just quickly grab Din's fire, real quick. Bam! Yeah, it's just a little bit quicker than using the bow and arrow. Yeah, I've got that double magic meter, I might as well use it for something. God damn it. Fucking clams. Yeah, I've always preferred muscles, I'm not gonna lie. Then again, oh, shit. Okay, you know what? Actually, well, I wonder if... Yeah, there we go, fuck it. Can't be bothered. There we go, gives me plenty of arrows as well for dealing with other enemies. yeah, need to grab this small key first before we do anything, because yeah, I need to be very careful to make sure that I'm doing everything that I need to do on each level before I reset the water level. Because yeah, like I mentioned, this level, yeah, this temple is kind of a pain in the ass, especially if you're playing through the game for the very first time. It is by far and away the most notorious dungeon in the entire game for very good reason. Yeah, like all of the there's all of like the there's the various puzzles. There's all of the water level switching, and there's also these things as well, the iron boots, which we need to use in order to navigate the water temple properly. Since Link can't really swim on his own without them. The problem is that the only way to equip them is to open the start menu, put them on, and then close the start menu. And to unequip them, you do the exact same thing. There we go, that's better. Yeah, you do the exact same thing to unequip them, which is fine when you only need to use them every now and then, but it's not so fine when you have to do it 100 times.
Well, this sucks.
Alright, anyway, yeah, hit the switch here. We can grapple up here. Yeah, this as far as I remember, this is a completely optional part of the temple. But on the other side of this gate here, you can see a little gold sculptor over there. But how do we get to it? Well, the switch is actually on. Hang on. There we go. You can see the switch is on the other side. So how do we hit it? With a fully charged spin attack. That's how. There we go, very good. And I will be taking this, and I'll be taking this. Thank you. Well, actually, yeah, no, plenty of arrows as well. And a couple more bombs. Lovely. Yeah, that being said, a lot of the problems that the water temple has were, at the very least, not necessarily fixed, but certainly addressed in the 3DS version of the game. First of all, the iron boots, which were straight up fixed, they are now an equipable item, same as all of your other items, so you can just hit, you can just put it on one of your C buttons, and then boom, you can just equip them whenever, unequip and equip them whenever we want. And not have to like open up the start menu over and over and over again. And also, the another thing as well that was addressed as well is the way that the water level switching works. It's pretty much exactly the same, but the glyphs stand out from the wall a little bit better as well. So you can it's a little bit easier to see what you're doing. Yeah, they don't blend in with the background quite as much. Anyway, next step, I'm going to give this rock a big old shove out of the way. There we go. Just going to have a quick nose down here before I do anything else, because yeah, we have got that door in the center that I can unlock. But just before I do that, I'll make sure that I'm yeah, here we go. Yeah, I'm just gonna equip the arrows for this one. I can't be bothered. There we go. Right, give this thing a good thwacking. You can see big old jet of water springs out from the bottom. Yeah, you can walk on those just fine. Yeah, this temple uses those quite often as things like elevators and like platforms to jump on, that kind of thing. Oh, hang on. Actually, yeah, no, not quite. No, not quite. Kukuri boots. Swim again, and now put them on back here. There we go. That's much better. Yeah, go grab a point over there. But if we hit this switch first, that'll open up the gate first. And now we can grapple over here. Yeah, get inside. Oh, God. Take those off. There we go. Yeah, quite a lot of aggro to go through for another small key, but I don't make the rules here. I only follow them. All right, back down we go. There we go. Ouch. Okay, so yeah, how are you doing? I'm doing very well, thank you very much. Okay, so I'll tell you what I've been up. Yeah, so here's something I've been up to recently. So a few days ago, the new Doom game finally launched. Doom: The Dark Ages, and I've been playing it a fair bit over the last few days. I don't actually own the game just yet. I'm just playing it through Game Pass. But yeah, I do want to get my hands on a copy of it fairly soon. I'm aware about the whole it's just like it's like an 85 megabyte file on a plastic disc. As a result, I might get the game digitally instead. But yeah, I'm not really 100%. Yeah, I haven't really made up my mind on that sort of thing because I do like a physical release either way. So yeah, no, I've been playing that game a fair bit this week, and you know, it's I'm rock hard right now. Pretty good. Okay, yeah, enough of the formalities. Yeah, no, Doom: The Dark Ages absolutely fucks. I'm not that far into the game just yet. I've only just started. I think I'm only about like 6 or 7 chapters in, and I think there's like 22 in total. And yeah, no, it's I've been having an absolute blast with it. Like all of those, all of the concerns that a lot of people had about the game's pacing, because it's the whole, you're a much slower, much more defensive, much tankier powerhouse in Doom: The Dark Ages compared to the previous games. Thankfully, it's not a Doom 3 situation. The game is still very, very fast-paced. You know, using stuff like the shield budge, for instance. You like zip around the battlefield really fucking quick with that thing. So yeah, no, so yeah, once again, yeah, like they're basically 3 for 3 when it comes to the Doom reboot games at this point. Oh, hang on, let me just. There we go, and then back in the center. There we are. But yeah, they're pretty much 3 for 3 for the Doom reboot games at this point. But yeah, no, absolutely stupendous game. Definitely worth it, even after not a very long amount of time playing it. Boom. That being said, I do think I still prefer Doom Eternal overall. There's just something about like the fact that the game is that fast. Like Doom: The Dark Ages is great. I think it potentially has the potential to be better than 2016 at least. But yeah, like so far I am preferring the way that Doom Eternal controlled. There's something about like the game being that quick that really appealed to me in particular. Anyway. Careful. There we go, got him. Oh, this is actually also one of the rooms that kept catching me out as when I played Ocarina of Time as a kid, because I never noticed that there was like a secret passage underneath the floating platform when you reset the water level. Which is a shame, because this area is actually pretty mandatory. There's a small key in here that we need. Boom. Fantastic. Alright. Boots back on. And boots back off. There we go. Yeah, no, like the pace. Like one thing I definitely won't pretend is that the pacing of the Water Temple is by far and away the slowest of any in the game. I think even if you you'll know your way around this place, yeah, it still takes ages to get from point A to point B. Alright, so yeah, I've got a door I can unlock over there. Before I head over there, there's a grate over there that I can't access yet. Yeah, I'll have a quick look over here first. Yeah, before I do anything else. Yeah, I think I can. Yeah. Oh, actually, yeah. No, I remember. I remember what this is now. Yeah, grapple up there. Grapple up here. There we go. Yeah, because we've got a big old chest here. This is where the compass is. Should be able to just. There we go. Got it. Yeah, the time limit on that switch is incredibly short. So use either a ranged weapon or use a bomb, and you can get yourself a compass. Okay, excellent. Now that I've done all of that, now I can go back and unlock that that door from earlier. Ow, spikes. Ouch. Oh, well, at least at least Link doesn't have to worry about getting properly impaled on those things. He looks a little bit like Leon from Resident Evil 4, but he doesn't end up with the same fate. There we go. So we unlock this door here. Oh god, I'm not gonna lie, this room can go fuck itself, frankly. Because here's the thing. We hit this. Yeah, actually, I'll use an arrow. There we go. You hit the switch there. You head on and work your way up. There's a bloody Tektite right at the top. Okay, thank God. Yeah, there's a Tektite right at the top here, and he can jump down. Yeah, he can jump down that pit while you're riding the water wave back up to the top, and he will knock you off the off of the water plinth if you're not careful. So, like, yeah, whenever I enter into that room, usually I'm hitting that switch twice. Once to go up initially, and then once again after I've killed the Tektite. It's a pain in the balls. Anyway, now I've got the water level set all the way back up to the top. I'm hoping that I've remembered to do everything. I certainly hope so, because actually a little bit of back behind the scenes action going on here. This is actually my second time going through the water temple. The first recording didn't work properly. I think the capture card got unplugged at some point during the recording.
Well, that's just effing marvellous, isn't it?
Which, yeah, the good news is that means I should remember what I'm doing this time around. Yeah, nothing else that I need to do here. I just need to pull this block out of the way. There we go. Yeah, we'll be coming back to that later. Yeah, so on the one hand, it should mean that I have a better memory of how to navigate this place at the very least, because I've had some practice. But on the other hand, it means I've got to go through the entire poxy thing all over again, don't I? Which is just wonderful. Alright, yeah. Can't access that that hookshot point just yet, unfortunately. We need to get ourselves hands on a new weapon before we can do that. Well, I say new weapon, like, yeah, technically just an upgraded version of a current one. We need to get an upgraded version of the hookshot. There we go. And talking of which, let's be careful with this area. Right, jump down, and can I... God damn it! Yeah, no, okay, that's yeah, no, that's too. Okay, yeah, let lower that back down again. Come on, yeah, there you go. There's the red dot. Lovely. There, because yeah, no. Yeah, you gotta grapple your way up these platforms as quickly as you can, or else you'll end up being sunk down into the abyss, and then it's a room reset. Okay, there we go. There we go. X, I've missed a key somewhere. Oh, shit. Okay, hang on a second. Let me have a quick look at the map. Let me see where it is. I knew this was going to happen. Yeah, okay. Yeah, no, okay. No, have no fear. I know exactly where it is. I'll be right back. Okay, and we're back. Okay, so yeah, yeah, so this area where I had to float all the way up to the very top and to get to the like the initial like water level glyph at the very top there. If you have you gotta have the water level set halfway, and then you gotta bomb this wall here, and that's where the small key that I forgot was. There we go. Now we can finally grab that. And I can set the water level all the way back up to the very tippy top, and then I can finally navigate through that room again. Oh god, yeah, you think I'd remember this place after I'd practiced it, but no. Alright, there we are, back up to the top here. Now we can finally unlock this bloody door. God fucking damn it. Alright. Okay, no, this room at the very least isn't too hard to navigate. Where's me bow? Yeah, because I'm not even gonna bother. I'm just gonna shoot these things. Boom. Yeah, 2 arrows and they're done. Yeah, these two aren't even those two aren't even like trying, are they? They welcome death. Oh well, good news for me. So yeah, hit that switch in the center, and that will tweak the water level for this area. But you do need to like lower it. Yeah, you do need to lower it again in order to keep navigating. Yeah, because yeah, you can see there's a like the hookshot point on this statue here was a decoy. We'll want to hit this one here, and have it be low enough down so that we can just climb over. Yep. Give it another thwack. Then we can grapple over to this point here. And then I've got to lower it one more time and then raise it up one more time so I can ride this thing up to the top. Yeah, like even the puzzles that aren't really particularly, aren't a particularly big deal, still kind of take a while. There we go. Oh, no, you fucking don't. Oh, no, you fucking don't either. Another bloody like. Yeah, don't just grapple. Don't just grapple over to the side before you take this thing out. Otherwise, you will land right in its mush, and then you only have yourself to blame. There we go. Nope. Go. Yep. Rear link. Like, come on, man. Anyway, get our magic meter all filled up, and ooh, look at this place here. It's quite a mysterious looking room. Very odd. Very bizarre indeed. In fact, actually, you know what? Just for shits and giggles, let's equip the Master Sword again, shall we? Truth be told, actually, this room actually originally looked like absolute shit on the Switch version of Ocarina of Time, because when that game first came out, there was an emulation issue. I think it made it so that the water wasn't very opaque, and it wasn't, like, reflective at all. And yeah, it just looked absolutely ghastly. But yeah, thankfully, it looks much better now. So we can just run around inside here, and we can see our reflection as... But whoa, what the fuck? Where'd it go? Where's my reflection? Oh my god. You know what this means? Zelda and Castlevania crossover confirmed! I fucking knew! Oh, no. It's just him. It's just a fight with my dark self. Great. But yeah, no, this is Dark Link. Anybody who is familiar with either A, Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, or Zelda 2: The Adventure of Link will be familiar with this bastard. But yeah, this is arguably one of like the toughest fights in the entire game because he is very agile. Yeah, he avoids most of your attacks. He parries. If you try to stab at him, he'll just jump on top of your sword. Yeah, you do need to be like, you really do need to think about like your positioning. You need to be cautious, dodge and jump strike appropriately, or else you are never going to be able to take this guy down. Or you can do what I'm going to do and just use the big Goron sword.
That's right, we're gonna cheat.
Because, yeah, he can't reach this thing. Well, hello, you're actually being quite dodgy this time around. Yeah, there we go. Got a hit. Boom, there we go. So yeah, if you've got the Bigoron sword and you just stab at him, like yeah, he won't do the jump maneuver where he just jumps on top of the sword. Yeah, I guess the reach is too long. And yeah, you can just absolutely dump on him. He's still got in a few good hits, but yeah, no, he went down very, very nice and quickly. Yeah, it's got kind of the same story with Zelda 2, actually. Like, he goes down like a bit of a wuss in that game as well, if you know what you're doing. All you have to do is like crouch in the corner and just stab at his legs, and yeah, like he can still get a few good hits on you, but he takes a lot of damage in the process. Anyway, now that he is defeated, we can finally get our hands on the long shot, the upgraded hook shot, which has twice the range that the original hook shot had, which is very, very nice. There we go. Just got a Temple of Time block over here as well that we need to move over, because yeah, we can go back the way we came, but we'll be missing out on some gubbins if we head back that way. But instead, we come down here to a little underground river of sorts. Link, be careful! Don't get swallowed by the vortexes. Certainly try. But yeah, you do want to be careful swimming through this area. If you want, you can also use the iron boots to help with positioning. There we go. Yeah, it's also like handy for getting these pieces apart. But if you've got the iron boots equipped, you do have to be careful, because those sloped areas like that, you will just slip down. You will just end up slipping down into the vortexes if you've got the iron boots equipped. So yeah, no, that's not great. Anyway. Oh, fuck, careful. There we go. That's another gold skull to in the kitty. That's excellent. Yeah, you can also try and roll across some of these gaps as well, but it is honestly just better to take the boots off and just swim, because you can outswim the vortexes somehow. Oh, hello. Oh, god damn it. Yeah, that ferry always like clips into the wall whenever I try and grab it the first time. It should. There we go. He came back. Oh, no, come on. Oh, fine. Fuck you too, then. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, hang on. We've got to switch here. So yeah, bow and arrow, right in the eye, and then just long shot over to. There we go. Boom! And that's another key. So yeah, don't want to skip this area. And then, yeah, that leads us back into this, the room with this vortex in it. So yeah, nice handy little shortcut there. Meh. Alright, anyway, yeah, now that we've got all that settled... Yeah, so yeah, head back to the central, head back over to the central area. Because we now do have like a few areas that we can now explore now that we've got our hands on the long shot. One of them is like right down at the bottom. Yeah, through that door there. But before I navigate through that, there's a little something that I want to take care of first. Yeah, and that does require. Yeah, it does require me resetting the water levels. I need to have it set to the mid section. So I'm gonna go and do that, and then we'll be right back.
Don't touch your set, don't turn that dial. We'll be back in just a while.
Alright, here we are, back in here again. So yeah, set the water level halfway. Excellent, there we go. Oh, and also one other thing as well, while I'm here, before I forget. Now that I've got the long shot. Yes, there's a gold sculptor up here that I can now yeah, there we go. That I can now reach. Wonderful. There's also like this grapple point here as well, which I'm guessing like they were planning on like you needed to use that in order to reach where the gold sculptor was, but you can just reach it from down there. So yeah, I'm honestly not really too sure. Oh well, whatevs. Anyway, now that that's been taken care of, yeah, I've got to wander all the way over here because now that we've got the hook shot. Oh, hello. Yeah, again, there's a Tektite bouncing around somewhere. I need to be a bit careful. Yeah, hit the switch that's underwater, and then now, yeah, we can reach the other side with the long shot now. I've tried to do this with the hook shot, it's just way too short. And yeah, we're back in this room here with the big block that we needed to push. And that lets us another small key, which is very good. I will be taking this, thank you. Bam. Actually, what's in the Okay, cool. Just a couple of hearts. That's all. Oh well, I won't turn my nose up at that. Yeah, now just need to hookshot my way up here. Again, I'm probably going to be using the phrase hookshot and long shot interchangeably as well. So yeah, my apologies in advance about that. Anyway, yeah, now that we have it, now that we have the upgraded hookshot, yeah, there's this area down here that I haven't been in yet, because you do need the long shot in order to be able to fully access it. Because we can, you can grapple up here. Yeah, but there's a room with a locked door all the way on the other side that you won't be able to reach otherwise. And oh god damn it, there's a fucking shit ton of them in here. All right, bollocks to it. I've got 13 hearts. Now, I've got 13 hearts. Jesus Christ, that sounds like something that sounds like a quote from Kingdom Hearts, doesn't it? They released more details about the fourth game in the series, didn't they, fairly recently? Not gonna lie, I still don't have a hell of a lot of experience with that series. I've played the first one, and I played RE Chain of Memories, and that's still it. I started playing Kingdom Hearts 2 like a year ago, and I just haven't got back to it yet. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, bomb that wall there. You can see we've got a big old block that we've got to push, but actually, yeah, before we do that, first of all, let's kill all of these things. Yeah, same enemies from Jabba Jabba's belly as well, weren't they? Yeah, I'll just pull out the bow for the last couple of them. There we go, lovely. Yeah, because we need to get onto the other side of that block in order to be able to push it all the way through that hallway. But how do we get to it? Well, the other wall was completely cracked, but if you look closely, you can notice that the reflection on this wall is a bit different. And it makes a different sound when we hit it with our sword. So yeah, blast the fucker. There we go. Now we can get to the block. I'll take Charlie Weaver to block. There we are. Now just got to get over onto the other side of it, give it a bit of a give it a quick yank, and then I've got to run all the way back around and push it the rest of the way. Oh, actually no. Alternatively, maybe it might be a bit faster if I just keep pulling it this way until I can pull it no more, Captain. Yeah. Oh wait, no. I still need to go into the hallway. Okay. Shit. Yeah, even like the smaller, simpler puzzles in the water temple are designed to be a little bit. Yeah, the way they're designed does make them overstay their welcome a bit. There we go. Anyway, by pushing the block down, that activates a switch, raises the water level, and now we can climb all the way up to the top here. Yeah, got ourselves another switch and a couple of Tektites on the other side. All right, come on, you little bellends, let's go. Come on, bring on everything you got. Nice. And yeah, we're actually back in the we're back in that room with the swirling currents, the boulders, and the Tektites on the other side. And there's also a gold sculptor here, which is very, very nice. Yeah, now you're gonna want to do everything that I've done up until this point before you come through this area, because there we go. Grab that gold sculptor. And we've also got another one of those clams to take care of as well, don't we? There we go. Yeah, you're going to want to do all of this before you head down this way. Because you reach up to the very top, and there's a locked door here. So yeah, if you didn't get all of the keys, you're stuffed. You have to backtrack all the way back and find like the ones that you missed. There we go. Yeah, there's a couple. Yeah, there's a couple of fairies in these two here. Got any spare bottles? That's always handy. But yeah, this is the room where the boss key is. Skadoosh. Lovely. Yeah, but yeah, I tell you what, actually, like in terms of like runs of the water temple so far, this has actually definitely been one of my better ones. Ow, fuck me! God damn it! Piece of. God, yeah, no. Dealing with these things on the water is always a pain. Yeah. Oh, well, at least I haven't had as much trouble as Aaron did with those when he did the water temple. When he let's play the game for Game Grumps, because yeah, like those things kicked his ass. Actually, you know what? I'll tell you what. I'm actually going to be a bit nice for a minute, because I have been like taking the piss out of him and his thoughts on Ocarina of Time over the earlier on in the playthrough. Truth be told, then the Game Grumps playthrough of Ocarina of Time, I think, is actually really good. It's incredibly funny. Like, true, like Aaron's playstyle is definitely a bit. What's the best way of putting it? Shit. But yeah, like it's incredibly funny. They have a lot of like the chemistry between him and Dan is just as strong as ever. And yeah, although like it doesn't actually take him that long to complete the game either. Like I think they finished it up in about like 80 odd parts, which are all about 10-15 minutes in length. So that's about the amount of time that it would take on average to complete the game anyway. Yeah, it's just that, like, Aaron has a tendency to just try and steamroll his way through these sort of things. Okay, there we go. Alright, come on, you little bitch. Yeah, nice. Yeah, you're not knocking me off this time around. Alright, so yeah, let's just set the water level all the way back up to the top again. And then we're finally ready to take on the final boss. Of the dungeon, not of the entire game. That would be a bit weird if they just suddenly cut it short here. Alright. Aim strong and true. There we go. Lovely. And yeah, there's also a couple more fairies in these two pots here as well, if you need to top yourselves up. But yeah, I've still got the 2 fairies I've got, as well as the... I've still got that bottle of Lon Lon milk as well, which I haven't used on anything. Anyway, just gotta navigate through this room now. Yeah, you gotta be a bit careful here, though. Yeah, time it just right. Yeah, there we go. You can, you can dodge those spike traps. But if you get hit by one of those things, you're sliding all the way back down to the bottom, and you're gonna have to try all over again. And Kazooie isn't around to bail your ass out either. Link, look out! That isn't normal water over there. It isn't. Looks pretty normal to it. Oh, you know what it is? It's probably like that. It's probably like that smart water stuff that you see at you usually see at Waitrose, and it's like, why is this stuff so much more expensive than like Evian or like the shop's own brand bottled water? Like, yeah, like what makes it so smart? Honestly. Oh, I can take any shape or form I want. Yeah, let's hook in regular water, you piece of shit. Now, of course, no, it's of course the boss fight. The giant aquatic amoeba, Morpher. So yeah, the boss fight of the water temple is just a giant molecule because science, I guess. Anyway, yeah, just wait for it to form a water tentacle like that, and then it'll start to swim up and down. Hit it with your hook shot, and then give it a good old smacking. If you're good, if you're quick, you can even manage to get it to get Morpher to get stuck in the corner, and then you can hit it multiple times. Ouch! There we go. Oh, cool. Actually, can I? Yeah, there we go. Yeah, fuck you, you little bitch.
They're gonna tell stories about this one, boss.
That's absolutely fantastic. Yeah, as soon as you drag him out, get behind him, start thwacking him with the sword, and hopefully you can get him into the corner. At which point, it's good night, Irene. Boom. And that is the water temple complete. Yeah, I told you it wasn't so bad. Absolutely fantastic. Anyway, grab ourselves a heart container. And let's finally get the hell out of here. Alright, finally back in the Chamber of Dangers once again. Yeah, so you were no help. Unless she was the one who was warned me about Morpher not being just regular water, in which case, thanks for your help. Link, I would have expected no less from the man I chose to be my husband. Zora's domain and its people will eventually return to their original state in about 2 or 3 years. It depends on how long it takes that glacier to melt. It's pretty hot outside these days, so it shouldn't be too long. As a reward, I grant my eternal love to you. No thanks. Well, that's what I want to say, but I don't think I can offer that now. Oh, thank fucking Christ for that. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, you're not exactly my type. Yeah, I have to guard the water temple as the Sage of Water, and you're searching for the Princess, Zelda. Ah, so you do know my type. Ha! You can't hide anything from me. Princess Zelda. She's alive. I can sense it, so don't be discouraged. I can tell that nothing will stop you in your quest for justice and peace. You must take this medallion. Take it respectfully. And with that, we are bestows the water medallion. Ballin. You've received the water medallion. Ruto awakens as a sage and adds her power to yours. If you see Sheik, please give him my thanks, okay? And yeah, and that's it for Princess Ruto. Not gonna lie, I like her a lot better in Hyrule Warriors, where she's actually pretty, she's actually pretty badass in that game. But yeah, now that now that Morpha has been destroyed, Zora's domain has finally defrosted, and the flow of water can finally return to the lake. As the water rises, the evil is vanquished from the lake. Link, you did it. Hell yeah, I did. Did Ruto want to thank me? I see. We have to return peace to Hyrule for her sake too, don't we? Look at that, Link. Together, you and Princess Ruto destroyed the evil monster. Once again, the lake is filled with pure water, all as is it was here. Ah, you smell that? That wasn't me, I swear. Oh, go on, push him in! Go on, it'd be funny. Yeah. It's not like he's got a mobile phone to get wet or anything. Come on. Ah, well, whatever. So yeah, Sheik once again disappears into the depths. We don't question why I pitch shift his voice up a bit for a second there. And yeah, we're finally back here in Lake Hylia. Isn't that absolutely lovely? Let's just take it all in for a bit. In fact, I think that's not a bad idea actually, because this is actually a good place to end things off for the time being, folks. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time for some more Ocarina of Time. TTFN.